When you reach 70, certain things don't need to be done, especially these 7 things. Reaching the age of 70 is a milestone, a time to reflect on the life you've built and the legacy you're leaving behind. These years are often called the golden years, not because they are without challenges, but because they offer an opportunity to live with more clarity, purpose, and peace. At this stage, it becomes important to recognize what truly matters and what no longer serves you. Letting go of certain habits and mindsets can make this phase of life healthier, happier, and more fulfilling. Here are 7 things that no longer need to be done after 70, along with practical advice on what to embrace instead. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Stop being overly frugal. As we enter our 70s, it's natural to reflect on a lifetime of lessons, especially those learned about money. Many of us have spent decades budgeting carefully, saving for the future, and teaching our children the value of every dollar. Frugality for many is not just a habit but a deeply ingrained virtue, one tied to memories of difficult times, sacrifices made, and the satisfaction of stretching resources wisely. However, at this stage of life, the meaning of money shifts profoundly. What once represented security and stability now holds a new purpose, enabling us to live comfortably, healthily, and joyfully. There is an undeniable truth that some seniors struggle to embrace. Health and happiness cannot be postponed indefinitely. I've witnessed elderly friends who, out of habit or fear, deny themselves even basic comforts. They delay doctor visits, avoid buying nutritious food, or refuse assistance, convinced that spending money is an unnecessary indulgence. Their mindset, shaped by years of caution, tells them to save just in case. But the reality is that life itself is the case they've been saving for. Consider this. What good is money if it isn't used to support the life you've worked so hard to build? What is the purpose of savings if it doesn't contribute to your well-being? Holding back too much can leave you vulnerable to preventable illnesses, discomfort, or even loneliness. I've seen people avoid medical treatments or keep wearing uncomfortable shoes because they thought they could get by without spending. These small sacrifices, while seemingly minor, accumulate over time and chip away at the joy and vitality they could otherwise experience. But frugality isn't just about dollars and cents. It's often rooted in a deeper fear of the unknown. Many seniors worry about running out of money, about becoming a burden, or about unforeseen expenses. These are valid concerns, but they should not dominate your decision-making. Life is unpredictable, yes, but it is also finite. The time to invest in yourself is now. Let me share a story of an old friend, Margaret. She was a fiercely independent woman who prided herself on her ability to live simply. Even in her 70s, she meticulously clipped coupons, reused old items, and avoided any unnecessary expenses. But Margaret had arthritis and the pain in her hands grew worse over the years. She refused to spend money on treatments or tools to ease her daily struggles, convinced that they were luxuries. One day, her daughter intervened and gifted her an ergonomic set of kitchen tools and a visit to a specialist. Margaret, hesitant at first, soon found herself feeling not only relief, but also a renewed sense of independence. She realized that spending money on herself wasn't selfish, it was essential. This story isn't unique. Many of us need to remind ourselves that health and comfort are not extravagances. They are the foundation of a meaningful life. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you've taken care of your body, that you've sought help when you needed it, and that you've allowed yourself small pleasures along the way. Living wisely after 70 means understanding that money is no longer just a safety net. It's a bridge to a better quality of life. It's what allows you to eat fresh, wholesome meals, to visit a doctor without hesitation, to create a cozy living environment, and to engage in activities that bring joy and connection. Your health, your comfort, and your happiness are worth every penny. So, if you've been holding back, if you've been skipping that checkup, avoiding that purchase, or hesitating to turn on the heating to save a few dollars, ask yourself, what am I really saving for? You've spent a lifetime earning, saving, and preparing. Now is the time to allow yourself to benefit from that hard work. Let go of the fear of spending on the essentials that sustain and enrich your life. Prioritize your health, invest in comfort, and remember, every dollar spent on your well-being is a gift to yourself and to the loved ones who cherish you. 2. Don't ignore health warning signs. As we reach our 70s, it's undeniable that our bodies begin to whisper reminders of the years we've lived. Those whispers might come as a subtle ache, a brief moment of dizziness, or a nagging discomfort that seems easy to dismiss. Yet, for so many seniors, those whispers are met with silence, brushed aside, minimized, or ignored. It's probably nothing, we tell ourselves, or I don't want to trouble anyone. But behind these dismissals lies a dangerous pattern, one that often turns manageable health issues into critical, life-altering problems. Ignoring health warning signs is not just a habit, it's often a defense mechanism. No one likes to confront the reality that their body is changing or that it might need help. For some, there's fear of bad news, fear of hospitals, fear of losing independence. For others, it's a sense of pride or stubbornness, the belief that enduring discomfort is a mark of strength. But the truth is, acknowledging and addressing health concerns is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage and self-respect. I once knew a man named George, a vibrant and active person who loved working in his garden. One summer, he began feeling short of breath and noticed a persistent tightness in his chest. Just getting older, he told himself, dismissing the symptoms as nothing serious. His family encouraged him to see a doctor, but George resisted. I don't want to waste anyone's time, he insisted. It wasn't until weeks later, when the symptoms worsened, that he finally sought help. By then, what could have been managed with a simple treatment had progressed into a more serious condition, requiring extensive care. George's story is one that resonates with many of us. We convince ourselves that we're too busy, that it's not urgent, or that we'll address it later. But later often becomes too late. Our bodies have served us faithfully for decades, and they deserve the same care and attention in return. Ignoring warning signs is not sparing anyone. It's risking your health and potentially adding unnecessary burden to yourself and your loved ones. There's an important shift in perspective that happens when you reach your 70s. This is a time to honor your body for all it has carried you through. The hard work, the joys, the trials, and the triumphs. Listening to its needs is not just practical, it's deeply respectful. When you notice something that feels off, whether it's a change in energy, appetite, or physical sensation, it's your body's way of communicating with you. Dismissing those signals is like ignoring an old friend trying to share something important. Seeking medical attention promptly can often mean the difference between a minor inconvenience and a major health crisis. A simple checkup could uncover high blood pressure before it leads to a stroke. A visit to the doctor could catch a suspicious mole before it becomes dangerous. The earlier you act, the greater your chances of preventing complications and maintaining your independence. Some people hesitate because they fear hearing bad news. But consider this. Facing the truth early gives you options. It empowers you to take control, make informed decisions, and seek treatments that could improve your quality of life. On the other hand, waiting in denial only allows problems to grow unchecked, robbing you of time and choices. Taking action when you notice warning signs is not just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about preserving your ability to enjoy the things you love, whether it's playing with grandchildren, traveling, or simply walking in the park without pain. It's about giving your family peace of mind, knowing that you're taking care of yourself. And most importantly, it's about valuing yourself enough to prioritize your health. If there's one thing I've learned from years of observing those in their later years, it's this: life doesn't slow down unless we make it slow down. The signs your body gives you are not inconveniences, they're opportunities to pause, reflect, and act with intention. Honor them. Honor yourself. Listen closely to those whispers and never hesitate to seek help when something feels wrong. You owe it to yourself to live fully, with health and dignity, for as many years as possible. 3. Avoid high intensity physical activities. In our 70s, our relationship with our bodies shifts in ways that invite both reflection and adjustment. There was a time when pushing limits felt exhilarating, running faster, lifting heavier, or striving for that extra mile. But with age comes wisdom, and wisdom tells us that our bodies now thrive on care and balance rather than strain. High intensity physical activities, once symbols of strength and endurance, can become counterproductive, placing unnecessary stress on joints, muscles, and the heart. This realization isn't about loss, it's about transformation. Your body has carried you through decades of life's joys and challenges. It deserves to be treated with the same respect and gentleness you'd offer a treasured companion. High impact exercises, while appealing in their intensity, risk injury and exhaustion in a body that now craves a different kind of nourishment. Instead of seeing this as a limitation, view it as an invitation to embrace new forms of movement that align with your current needs. Walking through the park on a crisp morning, practicing the fluid grace of Tai Chi, or feeling the buoyant ease of swimming in a pool can offer not only physical benefits, but emotional and spiritual rejuvenation. These activities celebrate the joy of movement without demanding more than your body can safely give. Exercise in your 70s is not about breaking records, but about preserving vitality and independence. It's about maintaining the strength to climb stairs, the balance to navigate uneven paths, and the energy to engage in activities that bring you happiness. Low intensity exercises do not diminish your potential. They honor it by ensuring that you can move comfortably and confidently through your days. This stage of life is not a race. It's a journey best traveled with patience and self compassion. Let go of the need to push harder and instead embrace the peace and power that come from moving thoughtfully and intentionally. Your body, after all, is your lifelong partner. Treat it with the care it has earned, and it will continue to carry you forward with grace and resilience. 4. Quit harmful habits like smoking and drinking. By the time we reach 70, many of us begin to reflect on the habits we've cultivated over a lifetime. Some of those habits have brought us joy and comfort, while others may have quietly undermined our health and well being. Smoking and drinking are often viewed as small indulgences, but their impact on the aging body can be profound and unforgiving. This is the moment to ask yourself, are these habits enhancing my life, or are they taking something precious away? The reality is stark yet empowering. No matter how long you've smoked or how often you've indulged in alcohol, quitting or significantly reducing these habits can still transform your health. It's never too late to prioritize your body and mind, to give yourself the chance to live with greater vitality and less suffering. Smoking, for instance, is a habit that many associate with stress relief or social connection, but it is also one of the most insidious contributors to chronic disease. The toxins in cigarettes wreak havoc on the lungs, making each breath more laborious and increasing the risk of conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, emphysema, and lung cancer. The act of breathing, something so fundamental to life, becomes a struggle. Imagine being unable to walk to your mailbox without gasping for air or missing out on cherished family moments because of physical limitations caused by smoking. These are not just hypothetical scenarios, they are the lived realities of so many who continue this habit into their later years. The good news is that the body has an incredible ability to heal, even after decades of smoking. Within days of quitting, lung function begins to improve and oxygen levels in the blood stabilize. Over time, the risks of smoking related diseases diminish significantly. Each cigarette not smoked is a gift to your body, a step toward reclaiming the ease of breath and the freedom to move without constraint. Similarly, alcohol, often viewed as a harmless way to unwind, poses hidden dangers for older adults. As the body ages, its ability to process alcohol diminishes. What might have once been a glass of wine or a cocktail without consequence can now interfere with medications, impair judgment, or contribute to liver damage. Excessive drinking also increases the risk of falls and injuries, which can be devastating in later years. Beyond the physical toll, alcohol can cloud the mind, making it harder to stay sharp and engaged with the world. For some, the thought of giving up these habits feels daunting, even impossible. After all, habits are deeply personal. They're tied to memories, routines, and emotions. But reframing the act of quitting as an act of self care rather than deprivation can make all the difference. It's not about losing something, it's about gaining more energy, more clarity, more time. I once knew a man named Charles who had smoked for 50 years. When his doctor urged him to quit at age 72, Charles scoffed. At my age, what's the point? He asked. But after a particularly troubling bout of breathlessness, Charles reluctantly gave quitting a try. To his surprise, within a few months, he began to notice subtle yet significant changes. His morning cough disappeared, he could walk longer distances without tiring, and he even slept better. Charles often said he felt like he'd given himself a second chance, a chance he never expected at his age. Stories like Charles's remind us that it's never too late to make a change. Your 70s are not an end point, but a new chapter, one where the choices you make today can shape the years ahead. Imagine being able to play with your grandchildren, travel with ease, or simply enjoy a quiet evening free from the weight of harmful habits. If you're struggling to quit smoking or reduce alcohol consumption, know that you're not alone. Support is available, whether it's from loved ones, community groups, or medical professionals. The journey may not be easy, but every step forward is a step toward a healthier, more fulfilling life. This is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each decision to say no to a cigarette or to skip that extra drink is a declaration of love for yourself, a commitment to living the life you deserve. Quitting harmful habits is not about what you're giving up, it's about what you're making room for. Clearer lungs, a sharper mind, stronger relationships, and the freedom to fully embrace the moments that matter most. Your body has carried you through a lifetime of experiences. Now is the time to honor it, to care for it as it has cared for you. Choose health, choose joy, choose life. 5. Stop nitpicking family members. As we grow older, the relationships we hold with our family become increasingly important. Yet, this stage of life can also bring unexpected challenges in those bonds. The desire to see our children and grandchildren succeed, to follow the values we instilled in them, or to offer guidance in their lives often comes from a place of love. However, when that desire transforms into nitpicking criticism or overbearing advice, it can create distance rather than closeness. The truth is, perfection does not exist, not in ourselves, not in our children, and not in the lives they choose to lead. Every person walks their own path shaped by unique experiences and challenges. As parents and grandparents, it is natural to want the best for those we love. But when we place high expectations on their choices, careers, or behaviors, we risk creating an environment where love feels conditional, tied to achievements or adherence to our ideals. Consider what family harmony truly means. It's not about everyone following the same rules or sharing the same perspectives. It's about fostering an atmosphere of respect, acceptance, and unconditional love. When we nitpick or criticize, Even with good intentions, we unintentionally send the message that our approval is contingent on them meeting our standards. This can lead to frustration on both sides, children feeling unappreciated or misunderstood, and parents feeling unheeded or disrespected. Letting go of this dynamic requires humility and self awareness. It means recognizing that our children's lives are their own to lead, even if their decisions don't align with our hopes. It also means finding peace in the fact that their love for us is not diminished by their differences. By focusing on connection rather than correction, we create space for relationships to thrive. Imagine a family gathering where laughter replaces tension, where conversations flow freely without the shadow of judgment. This is the kind of environment that fosters joy and mutual respect. It's built not on criticism, but on celebration of each person's individuality and of the shared moments that bring us together. The years ahead offer an opportunity to treasure those moments, to focus on the love that binds us rather than the differences that separate us. Family harmony is not about winning arguments or having the final say. It's about creating memories of warmth, understanding, and unity. Let go of the need to nitpick and instead embrace the chance to nurture the relationships that mean the most. In doing so, you'll find not only peace within your family, but also a profound sense of peace within yourself. 6. Don't stay up late. Sleep is one of life's simplest yet most profound gifts. As we age, its importance becomes even more evident. While staying up late might have felt inconsequential in earlier years, it can have a significant impact on our physical and mental health in our 70s and beyond. Yet, many seniors fall into habits that rob them of restful nights, whether it's watching late night television, worrying over life's challenges, or simply neglecting the importance of a structured bedtime routine. Our bodies thrive on rhythm. Just as nature follows cycles, the sun rising and setting, the seasons changing, so too does our need for consistent rest. Staying up late disrupts this natural rhythm, throwing off our body's ability to repair itself and leaving us vulnerable to fatigue, weakened immunity, and even cognitive decline. Sleep is not just a pause in our day, it is a time when our brain processes memories, our cells regenerate, and our emotions stabilize. Consider how you feel after a poor night's sleep. Even minor tasks can feel overwhelming. Emotions run higher, and concentration becomes a struggle. Over time, these effects compound, influencing not just how we feel, but how we interact with those around us. On the other hand, a good night's sleep can restore energy, enhance mood, and bring clarity to the day ahead. The evening hours should be a time of unwinding, not of stimulation. Bright screens, heavy meals, or unresolved stress can keep the mind and body alert long past bedtime. Instead, cultivating a calming routine, perhaps reading a book, listening to gentle music, or practicing deep breathing, signals to your body that it's time to rest. A dark, quiet, and cool environment can further support the quality of your sleep. But sleep is not just about the physical benefits. It's also a gift to your emotional well-being and relationships. When you're well rested, you have more patience, more energy to engage with loved ones, and a greater capacity to enjoy life's simple pleasures. Sleep is the foundation upon which our waking hours are built. By prioritizing it, we ensure that each day can be met with vitality and joy. In your 70s, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Treat it as such, and you'll find that your body, mind, and spirit reward you in return. Let the night be a time of peace, and wake each morning ready to embrace the beauty of the day ahead. 7. Let go of toxic relationships. By the time we reach our 70s, the value of meaningful relationships becomes crystal clear. Our connections with others, the bonds of family, friendship, and community, nurture our spirit and sustain our emotional well-being.
Yet not all relationships are created equal, and some can become a source of pain rather than joy. Toxic relationships, whether marked by manipulation, negativity, or a lack of mutual respect, weigh heavily on the heart and mind. At this stage of life, it's essential to recognize the toll these connections take and to give ourselves permission to let go of them. Letting go of a toxic relationship isn't easy. These bonds may have deep roots, entwined with shared history or a sense of obligation, but holding on to a connection that drains you emotionally, makes you feel small, or prevents you from growing is not an act of loyalty. It's a burden. The truth is, your time, energy, and emotional space are precious, especially now. Each moment is an opportunity to seek joy, peace, and love, and it's impossible to do so when surrounded by negativity. Freeing yourself from a toxic relationship is not about rejecting someone, it's about choosing yourself. It's about making room for the relationships that uplift and inspire you. The people who see you for who you are and cherish the time they have with you. These are the connections that fill your days with laughter, understanding, and shared meaning. They are the bonds that give more than they take. Take the courage to reassess your relationships. Surround yourself with people who bring light into your life, who encourage you to pursue your passions, and who stand by you in both good times and bad. If you find that certain relationships consistently leave you feeling diminished or burdened, it may be time to step back. This decision isn't about anger or blame. It's about peace and preservation. Imagine a life where every connection you nurture adds value to your days, where conversations are filled with warmth, and where your time is spent with those who truly care. This is the life you deserve. Let go of toxicity and embrace the freedom to love and be loved authentically.
Conclusion: embracing the golden years with grace. Reaching your 70s is an incredible milestone, a testament to the resilience, wisdom, and experiences that have shaped your life. These years, often called the golden years, are not just about looking back at what has been, but about savoring what is and embracing what's to come. It's a time to prioritize what truly matters: your health, your relationships, and your sense of peace and purpose. Letting go of old habits, toxic relationships, or unnecessary burdens is not about loss. It's about creating space for what truly enriches your life. It's about choosing simplicity over complication, joy over struggle, and connection over division. Each decision you make now, whether to seek rest, nurture harmony within your family, or treat your body with care, is a declaration of self-love and gratitude for the life you've lived. Your golden years are an opportunity to live with intention, to cherish the moments that matter, and to make every day a celebration of the life you've built. Prioritize your well-being, protect your energy, and allow yourself to embrace the peace and fulfillment you deserve. Let these years be defined not by limitations, but by the quiet beauty of a life well lived. You've walked a long and winding path to get here, and you've earned every ounce of joy, love, and serenity that this stage of life can offer. Live it fully, live it wisely, and live it with the grace of someone who knows that the best is still yet to come. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.